and the
Sorry.
first thing we hear is the cough again. You gotta
Yep.
take care of
Sorry.
that cough, man.
Dude, it's just a lingering cough. It's like everything else is fine. I don't have anything like ailment-wise. It's just the cough.
Uh,
And I know quite a few people with it. But regardless, to recap,
Irregardless.
irregardless, to recap, after making your way to the raiders' camp, you observe that there were hundreds of raiders across 5 different factions. A group of them banded together as a search party, proceeding to head out of the gates, as one of the rear guard was able to spring back to warn the others. This is supposed to be sprint. Yep, absolutely. Um, Aside from the troop, the rest of camp seems jovial after the previous night's raid. After sneaking east and dropping in, you waited at the camp entrance before attempting to ambush the cave watch. However, they were able to fend you off as you were all unconscious by the end of the fight. Whatever they are guarding must be valuable. So, after having been taken out by the guards, you feel a huge splash come across all of you as you are being just doused in a bucket of water, or from a bucket of water. You're all currently on your knees, stripped down to just your undergarments, hands and legs bound and tied. In front of you, upon the stage, appears a woman dressed in similar purple regalia of the blue half-dragon standing next to her. Behind the both of them is the chopping block. The woman speaks up. I'd say welcome to my camp, but I don't recall sending invitation. So who do I have the displeasure of capturing roaming around my cave?
Uh,
Gronk just lifts his head and grunts.
uh, my name's Longo. It's, nice to meet you.
So we have Longo and okay. Interesting choice for a name, but to each their own. I
He just
guess
kind
you
of grunts
Goliaths
a lot.
are pretty pretty slow when it comes to most things, but who am I to judge? And I guess Joe, if you want to play Trebek for the time being,
Okay.
apologies. Um, just until you get reunited.
With the
And
group, yeah.
again, so you're Trebek, brother standing right next to this lady. Just think of how he would respond. So, what about you, Blue One?
Well, I dare say to reckon that you already know who I am. And I actually came here to have a conversation with that gentleman right there. And he motions to what's his name?
Cyanrath.
Cyanrath?
Steinrath.
Yes, dear brother. Can I help you?
Well, yeah, actually, I was hoping you can. You see, I'm having some gaps in my memory regarding as to how we got separated in that raid. And I'm curious to know how it is you wound up here. And, well, to be quite honest, I feel we have a lot to chat about. And I didn't think sending a letter was going to be the most appropriate way to have that conversation.
Now, when you say raid, which one are you referring to?
Well, you see, I don't quite rightly remember. I just remember the one when I was a hatchling, and I believe you were too, older brother. And
So,
yeah,
just he is quite a bit older than Trebek, by the way.
he's quite a bit older. Okay, so then everything I'm saying is just goading him in one way or the other. Fine by me.
I mean, everything you said is true, other than the fact that he was also a hatchling.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right,
Yeah, yeah. So far so good.
all right.
Yeah,
I was paying attention to Trebek's background.
yeah. Well,
Trebek has a background.
right.
You know.
Seeing that this is probably going to be your last night on this plane, I'll divulge. So, Bahamut is weak. He knows nothing, unlike Tiamat, who gives true power to all her followers. And after leaving that pathetic excuse for a family, found my true family, my true home, with them, us, and, well, unfortunately for you, my first mission, in order to prove my loyalty to the Dragon Queen, praise Tiamat, and as he says praise Tiamat, the woman also praise Tiamat. As my first mission, I was instructed to kill a pathetic excuse for parents, and I just felt sad for you. I probably should have killed you as well, but sadly that was not my orders. So, here we are, face to face.
Real
Now,
fast, is
just now,
Finn with
I
us
would
as
like to
well?
say, no,
No,
Fenn's not
Fen.
here.
Yeah, Fen is
Okay.
currently away.
Okay.
This
yeah.
is just the four of you, so the three of you plus
Belgium.
Belgium.
Well, I have to say, brother, you have bested me. Well, maybe not you personally, but you and your cohorts have bested me on 2 occasions. Well, that is just right down embarrassing, to be quite honest. And I dare say that I might be having second thoughts, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know exactly what you're saying. Um,
I think you might be able to pick up when I'm laying down, brother to brother.
the only thing that was laying down was your body. So no, not quite
I
sure.
mean, I mean that's exactly what. Then Trebek hesitates for a second, realizing that a yo mama joke won't work here.
I don't think
Well,
Trebek would even consider that.
consider a yo mama joke. Are you kidding me?
Agree to
I
disagree.
I'm just trying to say, like, I'm trying to think, would Trebek even say, like, try to see that he would, if I think what you're saying, like, join or whatever, or would he just, like, straight up blasphemy, or say
Oh no
blasphemy
no
or
no no
whatever?
no. I mean, you know,
Yeah, what's
there's
what's
multiple
happening
ways
right
to
here?
serve. That is an excellent question, and every second that my head is not on that chopping block. Oh wait, hold a second. I gotta just differentiate that I'm not speaking in character.
Yeah.
Every second that my head is not on that chopping block is another second of life in which I can think of a way out of this. So,
What, you're no good
because
to
I yeah,
Bahamut dead?
exactly, I'm no good to Bahamut dead. He's already saved me once. I can't have him save me twice. That's just embarrassing, you know.
Clerics
So
do that,
I'm
like,
trying to
every
think.
week. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But I doubt a giant dragon is gonna come down and save me. So, what do you think? You would just die? Do you think we're all gonna die?
No,
I think that's where
I
we're
didn't
at right
know
now.
exactly what you were putting down. That's why I need a little bit of clarification.
Oh, well then, good sir. If you need me to clarify, you just have to ask. I think I have a pamphlet around here somewhere. Oh, wait, that's right. I'm in my
Oh,
skivvies.
you mean these pamphlets right here? Would you do the honor?
No.
And the woman sets them all on fire right in front of your face.
Longo just looks so excited, like, I've been wanting to do that for so long now.
And like the two of you are kind of impressed because there was a lot of pamphlets.
Like, Mark, like, how many are we talking? Like, like, more than he should have been able to like, you know how they do that sometimes where it's, like, a clown car and, like, all those clowns just keep coming out, like, a big pile of pamphlets or, like
It's at least 100. Like we're talking like a ream of pamphlets.
Dude, where was he keeping those? You gotta tell me. Like, seriously, he just always had one on him.
I dare say that oh, that hurts me right in my tender box of a heart. Because I gotta ask you, ma'am, do you know how much ink and parchment cost these days? Well, do ya? Because that was a lot of monk savings right there.
If I had to guess, it would be as much of a full-grown turtle.
Tree fitty?
I do, I do like turtles. Hmm. Well, so let me understand what the situation here is. So that it's all very clear and that there's no need for confusion. And Trebek turns and looks at his cohorts. What you're saying here is either we join you or you put our head on the chopping block. Or is there some other arrangement that doesn't require us losing our heads and your dragon queen keeps her current standing of followers?
Well, technically, I haven't gotten there yet. Um,
Oh, did I jump the gun? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Did I jump
oh no,
the
it's okay.
crossbow?
If you
I'm
just
so
allow
sorry. I'm
me
so sorry.
to, if you just allow me to skip a couple paragraphs down, they were totally kosher. It's totally fine.
No, 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 no. Please, please, man. If you had your speech all prepared and
Oh
I
no, it
jumped
is.
the crossbow, then
It's
please.
okay.
No, 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 ma'am, 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 ma'am. You went through all this effort for the presentation. You burned my pamphlets, which was very hurtful. So clearly, you have a message you want to send. So I wants to hear all of it. So please,
Oh
you
no,
can
I mean,
go ahead.
I made my message very clear. I just, you know, I will admit, I am surprised that the four of you were able to handle a few of our men. I would be foolish to let you live, however, I would also be foolish to not offer you a position on our front lines, or at least front lines in the future. Obviously, there's going to be a trial run. Maybe you'll be guarding the cave. Maybe you'll just be doing some, you know, clothes washing. Who
Now I
knows?
have to ask, uh, do you guys have dental?
Uh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the benefits package that I'm
Is
sorry,
it
the
there
scaly woman offers?
Yes, you are definitely not allowed to say her name. Um,
Which is why I caught myself. I caught myself. You see, I did such a good job.
huh, uh-huh.
Okay, can we call her, like, the Dragon Queen? Like, she has
I
other
mean,
names,
absolutely,
right?
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
The Dragon Queen, the Five-Headed Tyrant,
Like,
Scaly
a
Bitch.
Scaly bitch.
as long as we don't, like, say, like,
Yeah, as long as you don't say her
no,
name.
I'm saying, like, to these people, we don't have to say, like, uh, her name, but we also don't have to call her Dragon Bitch.
Correct.
Yeah, dragon bitch is probably not the most appropriate thing to call her at
Absolutely
this
not.
moment in time.
Well, for starters, you probably wouldn't die. That's I would say package number one.
That's a pretty
Um,
compelling offer, honestly.
So
also
you're saying we
number
get
two,
medical?
Oh, you stop talking grunk.
I
he
mean,
does
He's got a good point.
he does speak. Medical. No. Unfortunately, we are more of a survival of the fittest. So if you need medical attention, you're probably too weak to serve in the army.
Oh, so them copays are gonna be killer. Gotcha.
sorry. When Gronk said medical, what he meant was, duh.
Wait, so the Dragon Queen
And
doesn't make clerics?
Gronk,
That would be warlocks. That makes sense.
in your head, you just hear That's seriously the best you could come up with. Uh, duh. Such a buffoon.
Not nice. You know Gronk is off his A game when he doesn't have Matilda.
Are you saying that out loud or in your head?
I can communicate with the ring without speaking out loud, right?
Correct.
Then
But
it's yeah, it's
I
fine.
was just
Gronk know
curious
that
if
though.
Gronk would actually do that.
Hold on. Let me roll. Fair point. Uh, all right. Wisdom
Yeah, wisdom. Not a wisdom
10 or
save, just
higher.
a wisdom check.
That was a 3, so he definitely said it out loud. With a
Who is
3, there's
this
no doubt.
Tilda you speak of?
Oh, sorry. Gronk not mean to talk to you. I mean, uh,
He's a little slow. He likes
He's
to
a
talk to.
Goliath, I'm aware of this.
He talks to his weapon.
Wow, he's more than a little slow. Our friend Gronk is mighty slow, as you would say. So you're gonna
this
have to
is
say
not
things maybe
true. Gronk has a movement speed of 40 feet.
I was gonna say Gronk's faster than Longo by quite a bit, but
I no
So
words
any
over my head.
see, like,
No, we do not have
isn't this guy
medical.
just like, as I try to like bump my head inside my hand or arm over to him, like I try bumping him, or like, you can't kill this lovable guy. He's like a great fighter, be a great asset to all of us or all of you.
I, I
Yes,
mean, he does
Gronk
have a
Oh,
has a
great
great
ass. Have
ass.
you seen it?
And
I
we're a package deal, me and him.
so
I make him
I,
even
exactly
better.
so tell me exactly why I shouldn't just kill you right here, right now. Again, chopping your
Well,
heads off, you would
I
all
like
make
burning things.
tasty treats for the dragon. Although he
I
does
like
prefer to eat his own kill, so maybe I could let you try to run through the canyon, see if you make it out alive. I bet
I
would
like
be definitely not, but who knows? Sometimes I surprised. Again, I said I was surprised that you were able to handle four of our men, and having taken them out, we do have some openings. Although, from what I've heard, it was really just the three of you. This one, Pipsqueak over here, wanting to Belgium, just groveled at the sight of being overrun. Such cowardice stands no place in the Queen's army. Even
hey,
the
hey, hey.
kobold know better than lay down their arms.
If it wasn't for him,
when
we wouldn't have been able to take. We took out like one or two extra people just having him nearby. Like he came and like saved us a little bit, and we were able to
you
do a
don't
lot more
gotta be
damage with
nice.
him.
You don't
what
gotta be
what my
nice.
friend
They can kill him. He's pretty disposable.
what my short friend and my tall friend appear to be saying here is that we were strong enough on our own, yes, to be able to do what it is you claim that we did, which we don't have a lawyer present, so I will not perjure myself. But I must say that for a group that has no healers, what happens if, say, my brother would become killed or mortally wounded on the battlefield? Surely you agree he is a great asset, or yourself. If you become mortally wounded, then what will you do? Will you just roll over and die? What if it's treachery? What if it's betrayal from within? Surely you know that dragons have a tendency to serve their own interests. So why wouldn't you have someone who could save you from the brink of death? Why wouldn't you have someone who is so cowardly, so despicably chilling to behold with their disgust and lust for life? Why wouldn't you have someone like that to make sure that you yourselves don't slip too early into the Dragon Queen's toils?
Well, to be quite honest, it's kind of what we signed up for. We understand that if we die, it was for a reason, and it was under her cause, and she has something better for us in store. And
Damn,
also, it
no,
would
it's
mean
never
that
been a
someone
reason.
better takes the place. Again, our army spreads far and wide. Think of it
You're
like
no.
a hydra. You cut off one head, three
But
more
are
will
you
appear.
really good to Tiamat? Damn it. Are you really good to the Dragon Queen?
Coming in.
I no, sorry. I was trying to figure out what I was saying. I bit. I was like, yeah. Are you
Uh-huh.
really
Uh-huh.
good to the Dragon Queen dead though? Think about all the eh, think about all the work you could do for her if you live a little bit longer though.
And let us live a little bit longer too.
I don't think they care about us right now. We're trying to save all of us, and we need people to like. Instead of you going to fight, send us to fight. And, you could keep sending us over and over to fight. We got that guy with us. He keeps us coming back and fighting for more.
I mean, again, I would love to have you do that, as you seem to be fairly capable fighters. Um, but I would not guarantee that you would be on the front lines right away. Like I said, you would probably be doing some medial chores, just so we can monitor you. Let's say dishwashing, clothes washing, person washing.
Hey,
Oh, oh,
hey,
can
Irish.
Gronk wash the poop deck?
Uh, I mean, we don't have a ship. Again, this army, my army, we are relatively landlocked, as you can see by this canyon. Um,
Oh,
but if we did have a poop deck, I would say sure.
I've
Gronk is
tried.
a
Pause for 1 second,
professional.
really quickly. Quick
Absolutely.
question:
Yeah, Joe.
What? So this cultist woman, is
Yeah.
she attractive?
Let me show you a picture.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. I was gonna go on like Longo's had to work most of his life being a traveler and everything. All that stuff's like pretty common to Bard. Like, sure, he's a Bard,
I,
but
but I was gonna direct him and say, "Oh, wash other people? Well, ma'am, I would not mind washing you." I just want to.
Uh-huh.
I just want to see if.
I feel
I
like
just want to see if
I
that.
just took like psychic damage right there. Like, not even Longo. Like, Longo only has 7 hit points left. I might as well just, like, drop him to 0 and call it and be like, "You know what? I'm coming up with a Warlock or something next." Like, I've got Longo playing past level 10, but, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I posted her in the group chat.
Oh, she's a half elf.
No idea.
Well,
Haven't
she's
looked at
not a
her
full elf.
character sheet.
Hey,
Not with those
mama,
years.
Gronk like you.
I must say, ma'am, that you are one. I don't think I've said this before, but you are one attractive mother of dragons. Not that flattery will get me anywhere at this point, but I just wanted it to be said.
Awooga, hamana hamana.
How tall is
Yes.
she?
No idea.
I was gonna say,
Taller
it's
than
like
you,
Longo
short
come up.
stack.
Okay,
Like,
so
do I come up to her,
she
like,
is a
waist?
human. Sh-
Oh,
She is a human. So let's go
5'5's average, like, female height. She's probably a little
right.
bit taller.
Okay, sure. Let's go 5'8".
Damn,
I'm just saying women in
she tall
power are usually tall, at
because
least
they
in
have
these
more
campaigns.
testosterone. That's correct.
I don't know. She kind of has that short person energy.
No, no, no.
Well,
She's
she's
short
carrying
person
a,
energy, so
a
she's like
halberd, isn't it?
It is a halberd.
that's a look. Yeah, it looks like something.
It is indeed
Gronk's
a halberd.
eyes pop out like 10 feet out of his head on some Tom and Jerry shit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Eh,
The mask, does your heart beat out of your chest and your tongue roll out too?
My tongue
A
rolls out and I have
halberd.
to like roll it back up. Yeah.
Okay.
She is short. A halberd is usually 5 to 6 feet long, and she is shorter than that thing by almost a full foot.
Okay, so we'll say that the halberd is 6 feet and she is 5 feet.
All right, Longo comes up to about breast height. That would be perfect. But
I
Head
retcon
height.
everything. Gronk isn't into womanlets.
wait, Gronk isn't into what?
Womanlets. It's like a manlet, but female form.
Hey guys, she's got the Bowman haircut. The Karen.
Oh
Karen.
god, she does.
She does indeed have the Karen. Ugh. All right.
Okay, back
Anyway,
to it. Regardless,
Sorry, we had to have our male moment there.
No,
Sorry,
you're
audience, we
good.
couldn't rise
you
above
were the
our
one who
base nature
started
of our
this, and
character.
I was like, I took psychic damage
Well,
because of it, and
Trebek
then I
has
like
a
made it
history.
worse.
Trebek has a history. We can't deny that Trebek has a history.
Tribeca is currently the only one with a history. Well, no, Gronk.
It's a
The rest
lie.
of the characters don't know that, but Gronk did try.
Define try.
He
Anyway,
went to the brothel.
I think he just went there to sleep.
He did.
He
yeah,
did, and he regretted it immensely.
yeah. Gronk opened the bottle of Pinot Grigio. He finished the bottle of Pinot Grigio.
He pulled a total Deb move for sure.
So you're claiming that your technical and fighting prowess is the reason I should not kill the three of you,
That is what I would say.
or
But I also have another
the
question.
four
Where
of you.
is we were looking for a half orc earlier? Actually,
Ah,
we didn't.
the half
We
breed.
were. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Well, currently he's also our prisoner. Uh,
Cool.
that's all you need to know.
That means he's
He'll
not
probably
dead.
be reunited soon,
Oh, so that
assuming.
means you're gonna let us live?
Well, for now. And at this point, Cyanra speaks up. Oh, I mean, just the three of them. My brother. Tomorrow, you're going to die. But. And the woman speaks up. Excuse me? What's happening here? Well,
What?
you see, I believe that he will be useful in our little project. If you know what I mean. Ah, I see. I see. Well, surely we can let him stay with his friends just one more night. No, we're not animals here. And then she looks over at Cyanrath. Well,
Oh,
most of us anyway.
Are you sure you guys don't want Belgium instead? He seems more like sacrifice material to Gronk. No
Uh,
redeeming qualities.
That little weakling?
Yeah, that's the
Absolutely
one.
not. The only thing he's worthy of is cleaning up my shit.
hey, he might be able to clear up that cough for you, though.
Advantage.
What'd you say, Mark?
Nothing.
you said
Did you say
disadvantage.
disadvantage? All I heard,
Yeah,
because I
he
didn't hear
did.
the first part. All I heard was advantage, so I want to see what I should give me inspiration or what.
No, he said disadvantage. He told you to go fuck yourself.
I was
Um,
waiting as soon as he coughed before he started talking. I'm like, as soon as he coughs, I'm calling him on this. It was totally worth it.
So, no. We are going to take Trebek here, brother. Tomorrow. But again, you'll be with him tonight. One last time to say your goodbyes.
Well,
And
brother, you always did drive a hard bargain.
All
How
right, that
do
seems
you
fair.
know that?
I heard three things. What happened?
Well, Trebek, it was
Nothing.
nice knowing you. That seems fair. Let's go
Jesus
say our
Christ.
goodbyes.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So, at this point,
Yeah.
Cameron, you go.
I just said nothing of importance.
Oh, I was basically saying like, sounds good. Like, we get to live another day. Possibly more. We only have to sacrifice Trebek. Oh well. No.
I was gonna say, he's not even here.
there you go. Alright, so at this point, the woman She snaps
Oh,
her
that's really
fingers.
reductive.
What's that?
That's really reductive. Well, nothing. I'm joking.
Oh, the woman snapping her fingers?
No, no. You say the woman. That's all she is. It's just the woman.
No one asked her name. Surprisingly.
I did.
When?
When I introduced myself, I said, "My name's Longo. What's yours?"
Oh,
That
I
was
did
literally
not
the
hear you.
first thing I said tonight, and you just ignored it.
I did not hear you
I
at
You
thought
all.
see,
you just.
it suited Mark's narrative for you to come off as sexist. So
I thought like he just ignored me, and like we just weren't
Oh,
getting her
no.
name.
No. I just
mhm.
didn't hear you because other people were talking. Okay. So, just backing it up a little bit, all of that still happened. So, we're getting back to where you said, "My name's Longo, what's yours?" Well, my name is not important. All that is important is I am a servant to the Dragon Queen. Praise Tiamat. And again, at this point, Cyanrath chimes in. Praise
Not
Tiamat.
important. How do you spell it?
But if you must know my name is Frulum Mondoth. Mondath?
Why is everyone? Why has everyone in
Alicia.
this world got such dumbass names?
Because it's a
Amen.
fantasy setting. Have you ever looked at a D&D name generator?
Oh yeah, dude, they're fucking terrible.
Like
What the hell are
we
you
have,
talking?
honestly, we have very strange names because they're so easy to pronounce.
Aha.
Yeah, and so my name is Frolum Mondath, leader of this camp and trusted servant to the five-headed tyrant.
Gronk's gonna call you Karen.
Whatever.
You see, we come up with our own names for people because the names around here are just so goddamn confusing. I mean, so gosh darn confuzzling.
I just figured he was stupid. So,
I mean, yeah,
It's
that's
a bit of
true,
both.
but it is a bit of both.
Yeah, Belgium is stupid.
We were calling Belgium for like half the time we knew him.
I don't even know what a Belgium is.
Isn't it like a type of waffle?
At what point? At what point during all of this side conversation did they just lead us away?
so yeah. Again, that was before, so at this point, she snaps her fingers. Guards, please escort our dishonorable guests to their chambers, if you will. And
This honorable. Well, I never.
yes, ma'am. And there's two guards in front, two guards in back, escorting you through the camp. At this point, it is pitch dark. And you can see that all of the hustle and bustle from earlier has kind of simmered down. Um, there's not nearly as many troops out, and the ones that are, let's see. Do you all have dark vision? Please.
No, because we had the
Fen does.
goggles for the ones of us who did.
Okay, who doesn't?
Longo does
I
not.
don't.
Literally,
Is Fen the only one
literally,
with dark vision?
Fen is
Probably.
the only one with dark vision.
He is a half orc ranger. He better have freaking night dark vision.
He is
So
a Gloomstalker half orc ranger, so he's got extra dark vision.
And then the goggles were just like now we can see in color. I don't remember what they
so
did for him.
halflings don't have dark vision.
Gnomes have dark vision. Halflings do not.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
correct. I'm going through my
Well,
feats right now, features, and yeah.
I guess we'll say because there's some fires.
There's gonna be like torches and stuff. They have to like go
Yeah,
through the
there's
somehow.
some torches and stuff. All right, well we'll go with torches just for the sake of you guys being able to see shit.
I have my candle right here. Actually, actually, I have a
That
candle.
again, the troops that are still out, they seem to have either be at their post, or you do see some that are roaming. And again, you're not out long enough to determine whether or not it's a regular roaming post. But you do see that they are at least posts of two. There's not any individual by themselves, and any troop that is marching together are all of the same clan. The clans typically don't mix. Um, and again, you're seeing robes of white, blue, green, black, and red. Um, and other than that, the only other robes you've seen are the purple robes of both Cyanrath and. But eventually, you are escorted into a tent where you find your long lost half orc friend, along with 7 other prisoners. And currently, they are all chained together, and then all of those chains are chained to the center post of the tent, to which you are promptly now added to this chain. And the guards, after chaining you up, play nice now, especially you. We're gonna need you for tomorrow, and pointing at Trebek. And at this point, the 12 of you are in the tent alone.
Oh, hey, Finn. Long time no
Hey,
see.
buddy. We were here to rescue you. You can see how that
Well,
went.
well, thank you so very much for your attempts to rescue me. And then I turn to the other prisoners. My friend, here I present to you Loot Force, some of the bravest and possibly most foolish warriors I know.
That's us.
And
By the way, is any of these guys named Erlinther?
Like,
one of
Who?
the prisoners speaks up. "'Tis I.
Hey, we
And
was looking for you.
so, Fen, I presume this is the rescue party that you had spoken of earlier."
Fen does that classic, like rubs his eyes with his index finger and thumb. Yes, this would be them.
That's us. You're welcome.
hi. Nice to
Well,
finally meet you.
well, at least we got ourselves a healer in case we need it. Good to see you again, Belgium. I'm sorry you got dragged into this.
Yep.
Uh,
Well, if we get hungry, we can always eat them.
but yes, my name is Leosin Erlenther, and you will not be eating, my friend.
Wait,
Exactly,
they don't feed us
Belgium's
here?
not anybody's friend. Belgium doesn't have friends. It's okay.
exactly how did you get here?
Oh, we followed some people, and then we jumped down the side of the cliff and landed outside the cave. Thought you guys were inside the cave because of what some of the guards said, so we went inside the cave, and well, those guards got hands.
The
I
cave.
yeah,
You went into the cave.
yeah. Like we thought you were in there, based on what the guards were saying.
Uh, Interesting. Yeah, never in the cave. I can confirm. But I will admit that was quite foolish for the
Oh yeah,
four
in
of you
hindsight, yeah, definitely. But
to venture into the cave, if I'm not mistaken. And at this point, the chains begin to rattle because he starts to move a little bit closer. Um, and at this point, you're all kind of hunched together, shoulder to shoulder around the center post to where you don't really have to, stretch the chains or yell across the tent. Um, well, from what I hear, I believe they have dragon eggs
oh yeah,
in there.
yeah. That was like the second reason we went in there. We got hungry.
To
Oh,
be honest, that was kind of the main reason.
so you did know about the dragon eggs.
We overheard that, and we overheard about prisoners, and based on what the conversation went, sounded like they were both in there.
Interesting, because from what I heard, the watch was there all night and all day, and they hadn't heard anything of prisoners, implying that prisoners never made it in. But that
The
is neither
people
here nor
who
there.
the guards who came from outside asked the people inside the cave how the prisoners were doing.
Interesting. Well, no, can confirm. Uh, we were in, we were in cages. Fen, anything to add to that?
I believe that you have already explained the situation to them. What is more important now is how are we going to get out of here? I would rather not spend another night eating gruel in this hell.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
don't
one
you
other thing.
worry, Ben and Erlinter. We're gonna get you back to your friend Liam Neeson.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, don't worry because well, actually, no, do worry. That's what I meant to say. Because tomorrow they're gonna kill Trebek too. So apparently he's a part of some sacrifice or
Uh,
whatever.
sacrifice. First I'm hearing of this. Well,
Yeah, we
first
heard
off,
about it
Fen,
like
you're
5
lucky
minutes
about
ago.
your gruel, because I've been starved ever since I've been here. So, congratulations on getting a meal.
Aren't you a monk? Don't you not need food?
I'm not that high level,
Also, you can't be that hungry. You just said you wouldn't eat Belgium.
because I not eat my friends.
Would it help if he was cooked?
I heard he tastes like waffles.
Alright, that's enough
either
talk.
way,
It tastes like waffles.
discussing how we are going to feed our
Yeah,
little
we are
cohort
not
here.
going to discuss eating anyone. The only thing that
Indeed.
we
So,
discuss is that waffles are just pancakes with abs.
so did anyone manage to sneak anything onto their person?
Okay, are we
Yes.
tied up by the chains or like how are we tied up? Let me ask this real fast.
Yeah, so you are each shackled to the center post and then shackled to each other.
Cool.
So
Can is Longo being as small as he is, can he just kind of like squirm his way like out of the thing, like maybe like dislocate his thumb or whatever, and just like as he pulls his
no,
hand out of the chains? Oh.
unfortunately not. Um
I was hoping
Probably
he'd
have
just be like one of
kobold
those
type
ones where
pain.
his hands are just like so small that he just like, well, as he's telling a joke and puts them back in, like pulls them out for a joke and puts them back in, like
yeah.
the
And
Toon Force
then
physics.
before I get to your question, Ben, because I know someone asked about or mentioned the sacrifice of Trebek, he's gonna mention something. So sacrifice. Interesting. I mean, I know they have dragon eggs, but again, they're just eggs. They're not hatching. So
Well, he is a dragonborn, so
maybe he would be sacrificed to try and hatch the eggs quicker. He does, after all, have dragon's blood. I
Maybe
mean,
they're gonna feed him a dragon arm.
he's as much as a dragon as I'm as much as an elf. Okay, like if
I mean,
anything, they're just
That
trying
logic,
random stuff at this
that
point.
logic makes no sense. And anyway,
Have you seen the size of a dragon compared to Trebek?
Longo,
What?
Longo, this is getting pretty racist, even by Gronk standards.
How is this
we have
racist?
more
and
important things to
as Fen, as you go, Longo, one of the guards uh comes in and just says, "Hey, shut up in there, will ya?"
Where is the feet? Where there?
If anyone can name that video game, you'll get advantage on your next roll.
Sorry, what?
I-
What'd you say?
I
I
was
said,
expecting to say
"Shut up
X-ray,
in there, will
X-ray,
ya?"
read all about it.
No,
It's not a Metal Gear Solid reference.
it absolutely is a Metal Gear Solid reference. Good job, Joe.
Yay!
Joe had no idea he
And
took a shot in the dark because it was Mark saying it.
I was don't shut up. Don't tell him that. No.
Like, tell me I'm wrong right now.
If you could name the person who says the line, I might.
Raiden, obviously.
Big dog.
Absolutely not.
Big
Oh,
boss, that's
fuck.
it, big boss.
Big boss?
It's not Big Boss.
Oh, it's
He's a
side
guard.
character.
It's a
He's a guard
guard.
who watches you while you are imprisoned in Metal Gear Solid 1,
Oh, well.
who may or may not have to leave his post because he has a bad case of the runs.
What a
Yes.
loser.
It's Johnny Sasaki.
So it's not Psycho Mantis?
It's not Psycho Mantis. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, so he says, "Shut up in there, will you?" And then walks back out.
We
Alright,
need to get out of here. And squabbling over some ritual is not going to get us out.
And Leosin, as much as he can, kind of approaches you. He says, "All right, I was able to nab both of these and hide them."
He just pulls Matilda out of his ass.
No.
Uh,
And he does pull out a keyring as well as one dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to
Are
nick
there
this.
keys on the keyring?
There are. I
Wow.
was able to nick this from the guards after they moved us from the cages into the tent.
Huh. So,
well,
why haven't you tried to escape yet?
because we are waiting for the cover of darkness.
Oh, okay, so perfect. It's dark outside
Also,
right now.
I mean, these are for you. I plan to stay here.
But
Well, you see, I'm not gonna divulge completely about it now, because the longer we wait, like your friend said, the less time you'll have to escape. But
what do we
I've been
tell your
trying to learn as much about the cult as I can. The reason for my capture is that they're the leader, not the woman, not Mondath, but her superior. There are 5 of them. They are known as the Worm Speakers. Worm, WYRM, by the way.
I had a feeling.
Right, I figured.
Yeah. Just to make sure. But yeah,
I
there's
thought you were
5.
talking about Olympian Bullworm.
Yeah. God damn it. I want to give you inspiration for that, but I can't.
Don't do it.
Very big.
It was a good.
What'd he say?
The
Alaskan bullworm.
It was a good poll. I'll give you that. Good poll. Anyway, there's 5 worm speakers, one for each color of her. And the one in charge of this camp, she is under the black worm speaker, Resmir. Also, let me just double check that I have that right, but I'm 99% sure that is correct.
Okay, and
All right.
sounds like you
And how
already
does that
know
help us?
quite a bit.
Yes.
Are you
Definitely.
trying to? What else are you trying to learn about these people that would be more useful than what you already have?
Well, I understand their rank system. I understand who follows who. But, obviously, their end goal is something to do with the Dragon Queen, but their motives, where they're going to strike next. I can, hopefully attempt to escape. I mean, sure, you could take me back. But I personally think I would be more good staying here. But again, I haven't been fed, so I'm quite weak and wouldn't be able to put up much of a fight if you were to take me without uh, me putting up any sort of fight.
Yeah, I'm pretty hurt too. Like, I'm not fighting anything right now.
Well,
Feels
only if I
great.
have to be stealthy.
What happened? I
I
heard
could.
both Joe and Cameron. So, Cameron
No,
first, please.
Cameron, you go.
Oh, I just said Gronk feels great. Ready to fight.
And then
Ben?
Joe.
Now, Monk, did you happen to see where they had our gear? We would get farther with it.
Well, I do believe, unfortunately for you, that the Horde, you know, all of the treasure they've been taking from town to town, I guess all of your gear would apply at this point. I believe all of that is in the cave as an offering.
Ah, of course it is.
I mean, dragons tend to like hordes, and I have a feeling that it's not only to summon her, but I believe they are also trying to use it to hatch dragon eggs.
What? Dragon eggs, when there is a great enough offering for them?
Well, I think, a horde can't hurt. It's a dragon. Or maybe it's the promise of the horde to the baby dragons, so that they can get them to trust them. I don't know. As you said earlier, dragons are very temperamental. And maybe that was a totally different conversation that I wasn't even here for. But regardless, that is a known fact.
So,
Okay, so Gronk, you seem to remember this pretty well. This conversation. Do we have to bring back Leosin, or are we just have to report on him?
Yeah, he went missing, and we're supposed to find him and presumably bring him back.
Yeah, I
Well,
think it
technically,
was
we found him.
Wasim. So, I guess, yeah, if you want to talk about it in character, I guess I won't say anything.
No, I was gonna say, like, according to the rules of the contract, they just said find him. We found him.
So I will say, I guess Wasim did ask you to bring back his master.
Oh, damn it.
At least I think his name is Wasim.
Is it? I thought it was like Neesim or something, which is why I called him Liam Neeson.
Oh, it's it's Nassim Waladra. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nassim Waladra.
Liam Neeson joke makes a lot more sense now.
Hey, do you guys think it smells like a dozen dragon eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar?
I don't know if I should give you inspiration or disadvantage for that.
Disadvantage. Instantly.
Well, I mean, I disagree. I think
Yeah.
that's cruel and unusual punishment.
I disagree.
Also,
I didn't
keep
ask.
them
No.
together, Fen.
One more time?
God.
Never mind.
I got it.
Just fucking with Merc.
Anyway, yeah, so that was the yeah.
Okay, well, we're getting out of here, right? Like, do we want to join the cult, or do we want and give Trebek up, or do we just want to leave and Well, come back later. Or whatever.
Fen is gonna look at Longo for a moment and then say, "I'm going to assume that that was a rhetorical question. All right, Grunk, you take the dagger. You are the best one with a weapon."
Gronk is not the best one with a tiny weapon.
This thing is like a
Well,
full. Is this thing
Grunk,
like a
I
sword to Longo? Like the Hobbits dagger's
I
actually a
wouldn't
sword
say
to
it's a
Longo.
sword to Longo, but it's more of like a thing to clean your nails for Gronk.
That's what I was really thinking. I was like, this is toenail clippers for Gronk.
Uh, I don't remember actually. Does anybody have a dagger? What's the damage die? Like, what's the damage like
What
on
It's a
that?
D4?
D4. Gronk, it's a D4. But if anyone needs like specifically like to use a weapon in order to trigger their abilities, then
Yeah,
that's the thing you need.
I wonder,
or
Gronk. What?
because I know I have ruled it before, where like obviously if you are sneaking behind an enemy, like going for like a killing blow, I'm gonna have you roll first. Not necessarily to see if it hits, because you're gonna basically kill them, but more to see how stealthy you are in doing so.
Oh, so it's like the hidden
Oh.
blade,
Like
but
an
like see
unknown
how.
attack, correct?
Okay.
Mhm.
The other thing is, Gronk. What's your unarmed strike damage?
Let
Same.
Gronk look at his character sheet. I mean, think about it.
Oh, I can pull it up if you want.
On a scale
I
of
think it's the
1
same
to
thing as everyone else. I
20,
think it's a 1 plus his strength.
It is a 1 plus strength, which
Yeah.
for me is 4.
So
Five.
a
So
one d
Gronk's
four.
unarmed
He does
strike.
more. He does more damage with his fist, or this is about the same amount of damage that he does with a dagger.
on a scale of 1 to 20, how strong are you? Gronk?
Strong.
Uh,
He broke the scale.
I would say 37.
Right. He is a Goliath indeed. All right. So what are you deciding? Are you leaving
Oh yeah.
Leosin there, or are you taking him with you? Because again, your mission from Asim was to bring him home. I just want to
The
make sure before we
Here
continue.
before we discuss him, are any uh, are any of you coming with us? Looking at the prisoners, the rest of them.
And they're like nodding their heads frantically.
Okay.
They're just trying to keep relatively quiet because they don't want to get in trouble. But they
Okay.
don't look nearly as formidable as the four of you. And again,
By 7 hit points.
Belgium is a healer, so he at least has that going for him. And again, however many spell slots you got, those are still in play.
Yeah, but some
Oh, you don't
components.
have your spellcasting focus.
Uh-huh.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but
Well,
like
can't
vocal and
he
somatic, I could
make
still
music out of something?
no, like I specifically need like my spellcasting focus. Like it has to be like an instrument. It can't just be like I play music and that counts as it. No, it's a so like
Gotcha.
I could still cast spells like Charm Person that use only vocal and somatic. But if it has
Yeah, but
material.
any spell, any
And the
spell that
other
counts.
thing on top of that is knowing Mark, I bet these cultists, if they're not fully immune, they are probably resistant to being charmed.
What do you mean
Eh,
knowing me? It's not my fault.
You had me play a bard, and then everything I try to charm is can't be charmed.
I mean, just because I had you play a bard didn't mean I have you try to charm every single thing under the sun.
That's the bard's like specialty.
No, the bard's specialty is seduce everything. There's a
there you
difference.
go.
Let me go
Big
over
difference.
to the
Huge difference.
cutting words. As a reaction, when a creature that's not immune to being charmed. Ooh, where's the other one? Counter charm. No, counter charm doesn't. Bardic inspiration does. Yeah, they can't work on non-charmed people. Yeah, no, yeah. Charming is like big.
Maybe if you tried seducing them,
I'm
and then
not
we'll
flirting with
lower
you,
their
Mark. I
guard.
don't know what kind of fantasies you have, but I'm not flirting with you.
I gave you a
Well, he has a
job.
girlfriend.
That makes it even more weird. You want me to flirt with you because you were my boss for a time?
Hey man, you don't know what I'm into.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like he wants you to call him daddy.
Little workplace sexual misconduct.
I mean, that's my kink.
Is it misconduct if we both enjoy it?
Making a lot of assumptions here.
Yeah, ass being the important one.
All right. Anyway,
Okay, so
right. So I just want to clarify. Yes, no, Leosin.
listen,
Finn's gonna leave him
you've
because
listen,
he
you've learned a
he
lot,
volunteered
right?
to leave.
I mean, I
He,
have learned quite a bit. I mean, there is
everybody
always more to
else,
be learned.
well, yes, but knowing some is better than knowing nothing.
Wait,
If
what
you
was
die,
that's like,
I was gonna say like everybody else is going. Like the only one who isn't is Leosin. And if we leave and they come in and somehow get information out of you about us leaving and where we're going and whatnot, that's bad for us.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check
Oh, I was about to say, we're just
at
gonna.
advantage.
Okay, I was just gonna have Gronk knock him out, but I'll do this too.
Oh,
Unnatural 20, followed up by a 24. But if he's gonna come with us before I get to that part of it, you know.
I guess you're right. My knowledge is only useful if I'm alive. I still feel like I can learn more here, but fine.
either come with us or the little cripple guy gets it.
Jesus Christ. Which one's the little cripple guy?
Isn't that? Didn't he have like a fucked up leg or something? He like couldn't walk.
Belgium?
No, Nassim or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I just thought you were speaking about someone in the tent.
I thought you
That's
meant
why I was
Longo
very
because Longo's
confused.
so hurt. Or
I thought
Belgium
you meant
because
Belgium. Yeah.
yeah, I thought Belgium or Longo was the little
I mean, I
Okay.
have been going kind of hard on Belgium, so I can understand the mix-up.
Also, Leosin
That's
has
funny.
no idea that Nassim is hurt or alive at this point.
Oh, well, Gronk can make him unalive very easily if he
That
doesn't
is.
cooperate.
Alrighty then. Right, fine. I'll go. I'm not necessarily happy about it, but I suppose alive is better than dead. So let's do this.
Unless you're Belgium. Belgium's better off dead.
We did.
Okay, in the tent that we are, there's only the one entrance, and
Correct.
a guard stuck his head out, or stuck his head in, or whatever, told us to quiet down.
Correct. So, in order to, again, he has the keys to the chains. Chains are gonna rattle, maybe a little bit. I'm gonna have everyone make a stealth check. Yeah, just everyone make a stealth check.
Hey,
It's gonna
guess
be
what?
a
Trebek's no
group
longer
stealth check.
doing it at disadvantage.
Correct. Yeah, no one gets
True.
disadvantage on this.
17.
19.
23.
How am I the
Damn,
loudest
we
one
get.
for once?
I honestly don't even think it matters what Trebek rolls.
I can roll it for him.
I already got it.
Okay. What'd you roll?
9.
9.
9.
9.
9.
I rolled a 10 plus 7. That's how bad I rolled it. I'm rolling bad tonight. Besides my like persuasions just
He
now.
rolled a 9
Like
plus
exactly
0.
average.
Yeah, I
because
say I'm rolling
again,
bad. I rolled a 20 and a 24, but I'm like, I have a +7 to that. Like, I rolled a 13 on the first
all right, and then oh, my dice are somewhere else.
Do you want me to roll for you, Mark? I got them all right here.
Eh,
Yeah, I guess if you could roll for Belgium, I think he
I was
gets a
gonna say
negative.
I have, like, a ton of D20s here if you want me to roll for every person, but
Yeah, if you can go ahead and roll for
he rolled a
Belgium, he gets a
10, so -1 on that, it's like a 9, right?
9. All right, so
nine,
naturally, the
nine.
two unstealthy people got 9, but fortunately, the three of you are, knocking it out of the park. So, you
Paragons of
know,
espionage.
they're just a slight hint of chains rattling, but nothing more than, just you guys are prisoners. You're going to move around a little bit. So, as you all do get the chains undone, you are now freed from your shackles. There is no movement at the entrance to the tent. All right.
Who has the knife at this point?
Well, currently, yeah, Leosin has it. He didn't give it to anyone, so he's like offering it.
I'll take it.
Longo, you're the stealthiest. Take it.
I don't think that's true. I
I
do
have a
not think that is
+7 to
true.
stealth.
I mean,
I too have a +7 to stealth. On a scale of 1 to a number, I would assume that my stealth is just as equal to yours.
I also would have to agree. I believe Fen might be better suited.
Yeah, Finn probably
Though
has a slightly higher damage overall with the strength.
I wasn't necessarily thinking higher strength. But I was more thinking higher reach. Um, if you need to slit a throat, not necessarily my first choice. No offense.
You stab him in the balls. What do you mean slit their throat?
And I take the knife from Longo. And then I'm going to
All right.
slowly. Does the
So
tent canvas drop all the way to the floor?
yes.
Oh, real fast. Okay, so say
Are
we
you talking
take it
like
up.
the edges of the tent?
I'm talking about like yeah. So I can't like see underneath me who's around.
Correct. You
Okay,
can barely see out the opening of the tent. Like there's a small
I,
crack.
mm-hmm. Longo, I need you to take a look and see if you. Sorry, my accent was weird. Longo, I need you to see if you can find where the guards are.
All right. So, and then this is actually going to be me as Leosin talking to you guys. All right. So, after small stuff, spots where the guards are. You, big one. And Fen. Uh, Fen, if you could slit a throat, and big one, if you could grab one and kind of potentially crush his larynx and cover his mouth simultaneously. I feel like you would be the best fit for that.
That sounds fun.
Great. All right. So, Longo, if you wanna, are you gonna peek out? What are you doing? I'm
Yeah,
hearing a
give me.
lot of messages in Discord. Sorry. Are you guys messaging each other? Are you messaging me? What is
I'm
happening?
putting it in the general chat.
Yeah, he's trying to communicate a plan.
General. Are you saying this out loud, or are you?
I was trying to talk about it, but you were like talking about something else, so I was like,
Okay.
I'll just put it in
Are
here.
is this something that you would want to mention out loud? Because I can just.
Yeah, this is something I was gonna like
Okay.
talk to him about it. Like,
Honestly,
we should use the. Yeah, okay. If you want me to say it.
yeah, go for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you
Hey,
talk.
if there's like 1 or 2 guards out there, we should probably like just tie him up in here in case he comes to. Like,
No,
just
no, if he, no, Longo, we're not leaving anybody alive. If they come to, they will alert their comrades, and then we will be found. We will kill them,
and
and then we will drag them inside to hide their corpses.
Okay, as long as we bring them in here, but I'm just thinking, like, if somebody comes by and says, there's no guards out here, they just stick their head in, see the prisoners are still here, then they won't think there's something wrong. But if they stick their
Longo,
head in and there's an empty
there are
tent,
Honestly, I
12
don't.
prisoners here.
I honestly don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. I mean, to be fair, I mean, yes, there are supposed to be 12 prisoners here, but I mean, just putting them in here might
there
not
were
be terrible.
there were only 8 before we showed up. Nobody knows how many guards or how many prisoners are supposed to be in here, but it's probably more than 0. At least with that guy, it's probably supposed to be in here. Apparently, he's been in here for a while. Pointing over to Leeson.
Plus, one of us is supposed to be getting sacrificed. The numbers is all wacky.
Hmm.
Well, if there's a guard right
Longo,
outside, we should
if
probably
we
still drag him in here anyways, and then we can just chain him up and go. Like, we don't have to
Yeah.
drag in any extra bodies, just the ones outside.
Let's just
There's
crush the
guards
litter
outside.
instance first and then figure it out after.
Exactly.
All right, so we're going sneak attack,
Yeah.
or are we doing?
I'm gonna just stick my head out and like see if there's a guard or whatever. Like, just kind of peek out the window,
Okay.
the tent, not like all the way, but like slowly until I see like 1 or 2 people
Yeah.
or
So
whatever.
are you? Do you just want to see directly outside of the tent,
If I
or are you trying to make like a perception check to see the wider scope of what is outside of the tent?
kind of like you go up to the crack, and if I don't kind of like have a like maneuver
So
my
you're just
way
like,
around the crack, and
yeah.
if I don't see anybody out there, I'll kind of like open it like and like peek out the thing. So I guess it's more perception. If I don't, yeah.
So well, you're just putting your eye up to the crack and kind of peeking left and right and seeing what you see.
If I don't see anybody, then I'll like open it up and like
Okay.
take like
Yeah.
trying to see where the nearest guard is.
What's your passive?
Passive perception. Passive perception is 14. Passive
14.
investigation is 18.
Okay. So, um, passive perception is 14, investigation 18. Okay, I mean, with both of those. All right. So you peek out of the tent, and you do see that there are 2 guards standing watch, but you also see 2 other guards that are just leaving.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk away and be like, there's 2 right outside and 2 more that are just like walking away. Like probably within so many feet. Don't know how many feet,
And
but
we'll say that um with your investigation, you would know with your past investigation, one of the guards that is walking away, you can tell by his hair that it is the same guard who came in that said, "Shut up in there, will you?"
oh,
And
they're probably
from the
doing the
time
changing of
you
the
got
guard.
escorted in here, and from the time you peeked out of the tent, we'll say that was 30 minutes.
Okay, so they're probably doing the changing of the guard. If we're gonna do this, we gotta do it now.
Are you ready?
Let's do this, bitch.
Let's do it. Anybody play High in Life?
No, I tend to avoid anything that Justin Roiland's been doing.
This oh, I played it before. Knew about him, but
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Um.
I know.
like
Anyway. Uh. All right. So. Fen.
Yes.
Um. What's higher, sleight of hand or stealth?
Stealth.
Okay. And same for you, Gronk.
Stealth.
Stealth.
They're the same.
Okay. I just like I know it's a an escape. I just feel weird just constantly having you make stealth checks every 10 seconds.
It's a sneaking mission. It's
That is a
understandable.
sneaking mission. All right. So go ahead and make stealth checks at advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna fuck it up.
I highly doubt that. Sorry.
Oh, that's a
Uh, 16.
14. And with advantage, fucking cover my dice. I got a 15.
And remember, you also have the inspiration from the Metal Gear Solid reference if you want to use it.
13, 14,
But
15, and 16 were all just rolled.
so it's 15, 16. So one
Yeah.
got 15, one got 16.
Yeah.
Too
Okay.
bad you need a 17.
Ah,
right.
well, shit.
So just after Longo peeks out, sees that there is indeed the changing of the guard, and you wait just a moment to let there be some distance from the guards who are leaving from the tent. And in that moment, Fen, you peek out, you slit the throat of one guard, pull him back into the tent swiftly, and as the other guard turns his head to see just what happened, Bronk, your bit of a hand grabs him by the throat, squeezing it. He can't even mutter a noise as his eyes pop out of his sockets, and you
Nice.
just pull him back in. Yeah, you basically mountain this guy.
No.
Nasty.
Or over it.
Longo,
Or over it.
Okay.
Longo, make sure you grab the eyeballs.
Uh,
We don't want to leave any trace of our passing.
why are we grabbing the eyeballs?
So the terminal's lying down on the ground.
Plus, who knows the next time we find food? We have a long trip ahead.
I'm just
Wasn't
gonna
my first thought, but
chain them up. I don't really want to grab the eyeballs.
That's
No,
just
Fen,
because
Fen,
you haven't.
Fen, Fen then grabs the eyeballs and like tosses them into the tent and like tries to like wipe up any blood stains on the grass.
I thought we pulled them into the thing. Like what? Oh, oh, he. Okay,
The
that's what
eyes just popped out.
the eyes popped out. That's what he
Yeah.
was referring to. I thought he meant like go and take the other guy's eyes out too, and I was like, what?
No, 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 no.
No.
Good
Oh.
No,
lord!
that's just weird, Longo.
Yeah, that's. I
That!
was like so kind of confused. Like I looked down for like 2 seconds to turn on my floodlights, and so I was like not because I wanted red lights on, and then like all of a sudden, grab the eyeballs is talking. I'm like, what happened? I feel like math class, like the whiteboard just got filled, and I looked down for like 2 seconds. I checked out for like to have a tech thing, and yeah,
Yep.
You have to
That's
solve
exactly what
for eye.
I was like, why the fuck am I grabbing this guy's eyeballs? We just killed him. Okay. Oh no. Okay.
You good, buddy?
No, I was like, did Finn like become like a cannibal? Like I thought he's a half orc, maybe, but like
Hey, there were more prisoners here before you guys showed up. Anyway, we're in the middle of a high-speed escape.
There
high
were
speed.
more
Yeah.
prisoners here before you showed
So
up.
we're gonna
Yeah.
at least I'm gonna try to drag him over the bodies and like chain up both of the bodies or whatever, so it looks like they're just like kind of like sleeping while chained.
Okay. Go ahead and make a pure dexterity check just to see how convincing they look.
18.
Beautiful.
Could have made
Easy enough.
performance, but yeah, that's
Yeah, I guess you could, but
whatever. I have a +4 dex.
All right. So you tie them up, and you peek outside, or Belgium, one of the short ones, just to not draw attention too high on the tent. All right. Coast is clear.
Since we were like kind of like scouting it out ahead of time, as we walk out, can we kind of see where we are or in reference to the camp?
Yeah.
Like,
So if you want to bring up the map, so if you go back to
yeah, I'm pulling it up.
yeah. So it's basically in the same spot I had said initially. So where on like the southwestern part, it has that L to it or that right
Okay,
angle. It's one of those tents, and
where
the
there's like the 5 of
slopes.
them put together.
Yep.
Okay.
And the slopes of the cliff, they're not just like a sheer drop. There is a like a small slope to them. But also, when you guys were near the cave entrance, you would have noticed that there are enough outcroppings and holds potentially to be able to climb these. Um, yeah, that is something you would have noticed before.
Hmm.
And then again, there's also the tall brush.
It,
There's the bushes.
if we were to climb them, would we just be like completely exposed though?
I mean, potentially you're just climbing, right?
Right, I wasn't
And
sure
again,
if it's like
it's the 5 of you, so the party of 4, Leosin, and then Belgium, and other party of 6. So it's a party of 12, if I'm not mistaken.
okay, guys, we have to split the party. Said every successful campaign ever.
No, I agree. We cannot all be going together around the camp. We will draw too much attention.
All right. So, what do you propose?
Hmm.
Some of us may climb, and some of us skirt around the
So
edge.
at this point, um, Leosin is like ushering at least him as well as any of the other village folk from Greenest. So basically, all the other prisoners that are not named. Um,
I'll say, does I was gonna ask Biljam if he had any spells or anything
yeah,
left that
they're
didn't
all
require any like
they're all
vocal.
moving back towards the cliff, the base of the cliff, into the tall brush to kind of avoid being as out in the open as possible. They're going to try to stay hidden in the shadows.
Real fast, does Trebek's lay on hands have any like vocal, somatic, or material components?
No, it does
I
not. He can
don't
just
believe
touch us.
so.
Okay, has he used any of them?
No, he has not.
We should probably use them before we go anywhere, just to be safe.
Okay.
I agree. But let's get into the bushes first.
Yeah. So I'll say, yeah. Obviously, you get in the bushes, no problem. I will say that just because again, there's 4 of you, so Trebek, Longo, Gronk, and Fen. Is it 20 HP that he has that he can divvy up?
30.
30?
He's at 30 now.
Okay. So he's gonna give 5 to each of you 4, so including himself. 5 to Leosin.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he'll give 6 to the 5 of you, because Belgium wasn't looking too bad.
All right.
All right.
Still hurt, but yeah, I was just like, just maybe we could tank at least one hit if push came to shove.
And then also,
Probably not.
Belgium has Preserve Life, Channel Divinity as a cleric. So he is also going to give each of you 4 or 5 hit points more. Because that also does not require any sort of thing.
Moving
And
everything
I
to the.
assume no one notices the flashing lights and the healing words.
He didn't cast Healing Word.
All this
No,
stuff
I
does
know.
not require. It's just happens.
Yeah,
So
it just happens.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
that's why
so
I was like, if
you
as long as it doesn't have a focal or somatic or whatever, it's kind of like a subtle spell type of deal.
Yeah, so the channel
Gotcha.
it just says as an action you choose any enemy or creature within 30 feet, and then you divide those hit points, which is up to 20. So I'll just say that he just looks at the four of you, and as he goes down the line looking at each of you, you feel slightly more rested than before. You feel slightly better. Your aches and pains are not nearly as protrusive.
I do feel better, but we still have a long way to go before we get out of
So
here.
what I was gonna say, what benefit do we get from that?
So you each get 5 more hit points on
Oh,
top
okay,
of
fine. I'm moving
the
everything in out of my
6 that
inventory.
you got from what's his name? Trebek.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clear up my inventory since I only have my clothes on me.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, you can just leave it all in there for now, and then we can deal with it later.
I'm just
Hopefully,
moving it
we'll
to my
get it all back
backpack.
later.
So like, even though it's like my equipment's what I have on me, my backpack, I'm just gonna say I don't have on me. I suppose I could put it in
Sure.
the handy haversack, but
All right. Okay. So after the whole healing session, so how do you propose that we split up? I mean,
well,
I understand that you four are a party together. However, there's no way that if anything were to happen to, or we get caught, the other 6 of them would have no way of fending for themselves. We don't have a weapon.
well,
I'm
Finn,
the
you're
only one
already
who knows
used
how
to
to
going
fight.
out by
I've got
yourself.
nothing.
Do you want to get their attention and then while the rest of us escape?
Jesus Christ.
Ben gives you a dirty look.
I couldn't resist. It's been months since you left on your own, so I'm like, hey, maybe you want to do it again.
As he just rejoins the party.
Hmm.
I thought about that one when I said I split the party. I'm like, well, maybe Finn will do it, but
Finn and his
Oh,
death wish.
that is pretty funny. I'll give you that.
Mhm.
I don't know if Joe agrees.
I thought it was funny.
No, hilarious. It's funny. Which bush patch are we in, by the way? Looking at the map.
Yeah, so if you're looking at the map, it is the one just to the east of
So the most southern
the
bush
tents.
patch above where it says 200
Yeah, it's
feet.
like basically dead south, so where the like middle of the map is, and there's like that weird line just to the
Hmm.
east of that line. So kind of near those other tents. Those are bushes, right?
Yeah, sure.
They look like bushes.
In the center of camp or by the cave, by the wall,
South center.
canyon wall.
So at the
Okay,
very
gotcha. Cool.
bottom, like where it says 200 feet, just right above there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, just
All
in
right,
between
fantastic.
200 and 300 feet. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
All right, cool.
Gronk, what's your opinion on any of this? Are you cool if we just leave camp and come back later? Or try to come back later? Alright, good talk, buddy.
I was going to say, I don't think we're going to be able to try and come back for our stuff later. So
There's a chance.
let's just go.
And then Fenn starts climbing up the canyon wall.
Did somebody know if Cameron can hear us still?
Yeah, Cameron, are you good? Muted?
He's not muted.
Not muted?
I call his cell phone.
Cameron, are you at the loop?
He's doing something.
Oh, almost hear him. It's very quiet.
What is happening?
I'm trying to call him.
Are we still waiting for?
It's like his mic is like pulsing, but nothing is happening.
Hello?
Interesting.
Please leave your message for
Cameron, if you can hear us
707.
disconnect and then try to rejoin,
Here,
potentially.
I'll just.
Sorry.
I could force disconnect him.
I mean, you could either do that or we can just potentially message. He should be able to read the chat.
Well, I called his phone and he didn't even answer.
Okay, maybe I'll just text him. Or maybe he fell asleep.
Cameron
He
just
was getting
passed out.
coffee. There's a good chance of that. Like he didn't sleep last night.
No way, he just fell fucking asleep.
It's possible.
No way.
All right.
He hasn't talked
So-
in like a good while. Like
Yeah, let's just continue without him for now. We're just gonna say that Gronk will defend
You
if he
know-
needs to defend. He'll climb if he needs to climb.
I,
He's
you
not
know,
opposed
I
to
think
climbing. He want to do it before.
I think I realized what that thing was. His mic. It was his phone vibrating when I was calling him.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Because I'm like, it sounds like it's going with the ringer, but okay, I'm just gonna.
No, good call. Oh, did you
I
force-
just disconnected him
okay.
because if
know if that was
I
it or not.
didn't, then he was just gonna be on it like all night, and yeah.
Fair enough. All right. So
He can watch the stream later if he wants to get caught up on what
Sure,
happened.
sure. All right.
He wakes up.
So,
"Huh?
Fen.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you said that you are going
Gonna
to
start climbing that wall.
All right, let me double check some stoofs.
I also have mountaineering experience.
You do. I just want to make sure that I got everything. Okay, so naturally. All right. So instead of advantage, it's okay. I'm gonna have you make both an athletics check as well as a stealth check. Anyone
Athletics
who is
and a stealth check.
athletics and stealth. So anyone who is climbing, athletics and stealth.
Okay. But I don't get advantage?
No advantage on this.
Okay. Athletics is 17.
Easy enough.
Stealth is 14.
Okay.
I will also climb.
Belgium is going to be on top of Gronk. All right, and then I'll roll for Gronk, I guess.
I got a nat 20 on athletics.
I'll
What's
roll for
that?
Fen.
I got a nat 20 on athletics, so 21.
Okay.
And a 10 for stealth. Apparently, I was climbing so good, I just did not care. I rolled a
so Gronk's stealth check is
That's right.
14. And his athletics check is a 17.
I'm realizing
And-
I can't actually roll for Fen. Oh,
Yeah.
Trebek. I have to go
Yeah,
get
no,
dice.
we can't. We have to.
Here, I'll roll for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say we can't roll on his character sheet.
Yeah, I can though. All right, so Gronk. Sorry, Trek, you said, or Longo, you said 10 and something else.
I got a 21 for athletics and then a 10 for stealth. I rolled a 3 plus 7.
Right. So athletics, no problem. Plus 7. Yeah, 18 stealth without disadvantage. Unfortunately, is 8. Okay. Right. So the three of you. So, oh, I guess right. Cameron's gone. So Gronk, Longo, Fen. The three of you. You climb up. No problem. Longo, you're going just before Trebek, and some of these handholds are a little bit far apart, and some of the rock just gets a little bit loose. Nothing too bad, but as Trebek follows your suit, he's a little bit heavier, and his claws just kind of dig in a little too far. Some of the rock begins to fall down the cliff face. The four of you do make it up, but not without some rock falling.
Was anybody else coming with us though?
So right now, the rest of them are banding together. Um, yeah.
Well, this
Uh,
does not look good.
I mean,
how
did you want
how
them to climb up?
that I thought we were all
Actually,
climbing up together. Uh,
where's my dice?
I was gonna
Because
say,
after they heard the rocks falling, they might be like, "Oh shit, gotta go."
they could just try to hide.
All right. So,
Uh, I was gonna say, like, how far down was the entire thing? Or how far did we just climb?
I can't remember what I said.
You're
I'd
having
have to
Trebek
double
roll
check.
this stuff?
I'm just rolling to see because he has a +7 to athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like Leosin as a monk would absolutely nail
Does he
this.
not have a stat block?
He, for some reason, they give him a commoner stat block, but I'm definitely gonna make him a higher level
I was gonna say he's
just
a
in case we need him later. Um, but anyway, so Leosin, after hearing the rock falling, just goes, "Oh shit! All right, everyone, go, go, go!" And you know, his monk ability, he's able to make it up, no problem. We're gonna see how many else are able to make it. I'm gonna give them less of a chance, so we're
Would
gonna
you
just.
say my clothing is fleece?
You don't have any clothing at the moment.
Oh, you mean like I'm just in my underwear? Like they didn't even leave like
Under,
a shirt on.
yeah, correct.
Is my
You
underwear
guys are
fleece?
you guys are fucking cold. Um,
I was gonna try casting
so
minor illusion.
so let's
Uh,
go with we'll give him a +3. Why not? So one. Oh, last one. Okay. So behind Leosin, four of them, frantically make their way up. Two of them, unfortunately, based on their rolls, um, as they were climbing the rock slide that Trebek caused, forced them to actually slide all the way back down. So two of them, unfortunately, are left behind, but the other 10 of you are safely atop the cliff.
Only two don't make it? Damn.
Only two
better
don't
odds
make
than I
it.
thought.
I did, I did just roll, so
Yeah. Ah,
they rolled pretty good. Can't argue
Uh,
with that.
can okay. As we're looking down, do we see like anybody around the camp? Like,
You do
come.
see the two guards that were heading away. Like, you can see where they were heading towards,
Mm-hmm.
because again, presumably you all did this in a relatively quick amount of time.
Hmm.
And they stop, turn, and then you see a few more guards coming out of tents in the surrounding area. So the tents just to the east of the bushes, but also from the tents that you were in, or well, the tents surrounding the tent you were in, I should say.
Well, either way, it's irrelevant because Finn is already fucking booking it.
I was gonna say, can Longo sneak along the edge of this or whatever to like kind of like the it's a far thing. Like I want to get to another point and cause like another ruckus, like another thing or whatever to like draw them to a different side of the a different, like make a new landslide somewhere else.
I
Like kind of
mean,
like the
you
corner
can
that says,
certainly try.
I was gonna say the corner of like this like mini map or whatever up there, but that's like 100, 200, 300. That's like almost 400 feet away. That take a long ass time.
Yeah. And,
Oh, that's like dash.
you
Then
know,
you got
Trebek,
50 feet.
you know, as much as I appreciate you trying to help them people, which, you know, to be completely honest, I would too. Longo, I think two being left behind. Again, I think Bahamut saved my skin for a reason. And I don't
I dare
think
say that it's I dare say that it's time for us to get going. And I
I
appreciate what you're trying to do, and I'm sure Bahamut smiles on you favorably. But if we die, then that sacrifice will be for nothing. Let's go. And then Trebek is gonna grab Longo and kind of like carry him over his shoulder as we start booking it into the forest.
I wouldn't say
That's
Trebek is gonna book it. I'm gonna override that one. They're still gonna
no.
have
Okay.
a very brief conversation.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
Longo's not happy about leaving somebody to be like in the not just to the guards, but it's like he's
and
not happy for somebody being like hunted down in like this type of
yeah,
zone or
Trebek is
area
gonna,
or whatever.
you know,
And
kneel down and hopefully get face height with you. Um,
I'm pretty sure. Okay, it's like getting down on your knees for a child. You could easily do that. Like,
yeah, you know, he's like, you know, he
it's
puts
like
The
his
indignity of it.
claw on your shoulder. He's like,
shudders because it reminds Longo of his past.
"Hey, buddy, I understand. Don't want to leave friends behind. I know we only just met them tonight. They seem like good people, but
We have to go.
again, we were able to make it out. I think we gotta go. Finn's already gone,
Finn's
and
dead? No.
uh, not that kind of dead.
Not again.
Plus,
Finn
all
got
my
captured
pamphlet.
again.
Yeah, Finn's gone. My pamphlets are gone. Let's go home. Or,
Do we even have a home?
good point. Let's let's head back.
Get the fuck out of here.
Report back to Night Hill.
All right, let's go. All right, we're gonna probably call it there, right?
Um,
Well, it's only the two of
no,
us. Cameron's asleep, like maybe a little bit more, but I have work tomorrow. It's.
yeah. I mean, we can at least get you guys back to, um,
I was gonna say like,
get you guys
if
back.
do we make it back to Greenest, or like do we want to do anything like about that?
I mean, for the sake of time, we can just get you guys back. It's not a big deal. Um, you know, it's gonna take a while.
It's gonna take like all the night. We're probably gonna take like at least a point of exhaustion. We're gonna be
Yeah.
cold.
But again, you know that there are hundreds of them. You kind of understand the severity of the situation. You can't afford to take a rest right now.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
reality check. We
you
have to.
need to keep moving. So, um, you are all going to suffer a point of exhaustion. Excuse me.
Back to
You're all suffering
condition.
a point of exhaustion, but you do make it back to Greenest. Uh, I would say safe and sound, but you are at least sound. Um, and now that you have returned, let's see here. Next long rest you choose to take, you all will level up
Woo-hoo.
for the
Traumatic experiences that we went
rescue
through, and
slash escape being successful. But also returning Leosin, as well as potentially scouting report on the raiding camp. So yeah, let me see what would actually have been awarded. So
let me pull up a calculator, or maybe
for
you don't need a
getting
calculator.
into and out of the cultist camp without causing an alarm or being caught, nope. For getting into or out of the cultist camp without stirring any suspicion, nope. for rescuing Leosin, for leaving a dummy or decoy in Leosin's place. Yes. For rescuing other prisoners. For each prisoner, you get this amount. Yes. For each piece of information listed under exploring the camp. So that would be,
The
I
amount
think,
of things there
basically
that, and like
what he
reporting on
was
like
asked. Yeah.
Leosin kind of like anything we would have gotten. Leosin probably has just like more, unless there's like a specific
Yeah, but it
checklist of
does
stuff.
specifically say in here anything that the characters learned on their own, so not from Leosin. So you would know that there were 2 guard towers. You knew that there were um,
Kobolds and
hundreds of
cultists.
soldiers. You knew that there was a cave where there was eggs, which eventually you learned were dragon eggs from Leosin, or at least you could potentially have put 2 and 2 together. You know that the leader of the camp was Mondath, Frulam Mondath. You know that, or maybe it wasn't made super clear. Um, actually, never mind. I'm not going to say the last one. But you at least know that Mondath and Cyanrath are close. Not like close in that way, but it seems like Cyanrath doesn't really leave Mondath's side too much. Like they usually go together. Like one of them is in charge, and
While
the other
we're,
one is kind of like their lieutenant.
and I was like, I kind of want to ask the prisoners as we're going back or whatever, like,
Sure.
why were they keeping you guys alive? Like, they were just ready to kill us, like, on the spot.
I
Like, why'd
mean,
they keep Leosin alive? Like, he sounds like he could have been a formidable fighter, maybe,
yeah.
but
So, I guess if that's something you want to talk about, do you want to talk about that now, or do you want to wait until next session? And
I'll make
then
a
I say
note,
after
we
I
you
go
guys,
guess.
next session when we have more people here.
yeah. So we can wait till next session. So if you want to like take notes really quick on like things to ask, like talk with Leosin about why he was kept alive, because again, there's a whole thing on why he is captive and alive.
I'm just like, because like they were ready to kill us, and we had to convince them that like we were
To
like
be
worthy
fair,
of.
Leosin. So this is again out of
I can
game.
understand why they keep Leosin alive if he's like a potential
So
fighter, but when like they want us supposed to work, yeah.
Leosin, Fen, and the other prisoners were all captured during the raid. You guys infiltrated their camp. So they took those prisoners willingly, kind of, but y'all were like, hey, you're not supposed to be here, so we're gonna kill you because you're learning all this information. Like, yes, by bringing
Then
the prisoners to the camp, they then also potentially could learn that information, but
I guess my second one would be
they,
like, why were they taken?
why were they taken? Yeah. So, I
Like
mean,
we understand like they were gonna
sure.
try killing Trebek, but like that's because he was dragon, or at least dragonborn. These guys, human as far as I can, right? Or maybe there's some
Yeah,
other stuff.
human, half elf, maybe a dwarf.
Humanoid, but not like
Yeah, humanoid for sure.
exotic.
Yeah, absolutely. Relatively common folk. Yeah, we can discuss that next session,
Yeah,
as well as Leosin being taken, um, and then your report back to Night Hill, um, and then all that good stuff.
yeah. I was just like wondering. It's just like, wait. It just occurred to me. Like,
Yeah.
if you take a prisoner, you die. So much other stuff goes with it. All right. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
going
a
to
lot going on here, but I think we
end
need
the
to
stream.
come back later and determine what it is we want to ask and how we want to go about it. So really quickly, we do get a long rest and we do level up.
No.
No.
Oh,
So yeah, not yet, but the next time you
okay.
do.
Yeah. So
So
like we
who
make
knows?
it
Maybe
back,
you
and we make
take
it
the
back in.
entire.
We take it back in the morning, and then just like we're all beat down and everything, but we debrief for like most of the day or something like that. And
Oh, you're probably gonna debrief all day unless you really want to go out with a level of exhaustion. But that's totally up to you guys. I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, okay. Like, 1 level of exhaustion is not bad.
It's not. It's really not. It's just
Alright.
disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.